Myself, Punithavalli, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, AVS College of Arts and Science in Salem. Today I am discuss about the operating system. Definitions of operating system. An operating system is a system software that manages computer hardware and software resource, provide common resource and computer programs. It acts the industry between the user and the computer hardware, entering the user to interact within the system and run application exactly. The OS manage the computer memories, process stores and input output devices, ensuring the smooth and efficient operations of the system. Next. Resource management. The OS allocate the manager the computer resource such as CPU times, memory, store space and input output devices, ensuring the different program and user can access them directly and without interfacing with each others. Second, user interface. The OS provide the user interface which can be graphical user interface and guide or a command line interface, allowing user interface within the computer. Third one, hardware abstractions. The OS hidden the computerize of the underlying hardware from application, allowing development with the right programs that can run the different hardwares platform without needed to the know of the specify. Next. File manager. The OS manages files and directories, providing a way for the user and store, organized and retrieve information. Process management. And the OS manager the execution of program, allocated resource, then team scheduling their execution and handling communication between them. Security. The OS provides security features to protect the system from unauthorized access and malicious softwares. Next. Distribute computing in operating system. Distributed computing is a model where multiple computer controlled work together to perform their task by sharing resources, data and processing power of other networks. Key features: multiple system work on the one unit. Second one, each computer that is the own memory and CPU. Third one, system are connected via network LAN and WAN. Fourth one, users see the system as a single computer. For example, Google search, headphones, online banking system, Amazon web server, Netflix streaming. Next. Advantages: resource sharing, file sharing, print, storage and etc. Scalability, easily added more system and increasing power. Reliability is one system failed, other continue to work. Faster processing, task is split among by system. Challenges: complexity hardware to design and manage. Security risk, more point of attacks. Communication delay, depend the network speed. Next. Definitions of process concept. A process is a program in execution in the active entry that performing task using system resource like CPU, memories and input output device. A system because a process it will the start execution. A process is its own memories, CPU systems and resource. The processing system manager the creation, scheduling and terminate of the process. Process components. Program coding, the instruction to execute. Program counter, track which the instruction being the execute. Next. Stock storage, temporary data like functions, call and local variables. Data sections, stored global variables. Heap, using for a dynamic memory allocated. Next one, process state, the life cycle of process. A process in a operating system is a program in execution and it is the transaction that storage state during its life cycle. This state include new, ready, reading, waiting, for blocked and terminated. Next. The life cycle managed by the operating system to ensure the efficiency, resource allocated and executions of multiple process. Main process state. New process is being created. Second one, ready process waiting to be assigning to the CPU. Third one, running process is being executed by the CPU. Fourth one, waiting. Blocked process here waiting for some event like input output operations to be completed. Terminate. Exit to the process to finish the execution or the skilled. Next. Sixth one, suspended and operational state. Process is a temporary removed from the memory and storage on disk. State process model. The 5 state process life cycle is an expanded various of two-state model. Two-state model it work to when the process in that all running state are ready to run. However, in some operating system, a process may be not able to man because she waiting for something like input or data from the external devices. To handle in the situation, better is here not running the divided to the two separated state. Next. New. First one, new. This is a separately newly created process that is a started running set. It not be loading into the main memories, but it is process control block or CPB has been created which hold importance information about the process. The second one, ready. A process is a state is ready, so run to some that the CPU become available to waiting for the operating system to give in a change of the execute a process. Next. Third one, running. This state mean the process is currently being executed by CPU. Seen we assessing there only one CPU or any all times only one process can be this state. Fourth one, block or waiting. This state mean by process cannot continue executing right now, waiting for someone to happen, like the completion of the output and input operations, for examples reading data from a disk. Next. Execute, terminate. A process is here, this statement is finished. The execution or has been stopped by the user of some section. The point of the released to the operating system and removing from the memories. 7 stages of project models. 7 stages of model state are different between the 5 state of model process. First one, new state. This is steps of the process about be created but not yet created. It is the program that is presented in secondary memory that will be picked up by the OS to create the new process. Next. Read state. New. Read me now run after the creation of a process. The process entered the state, the status to the loaded into the main memory. The process is here. Read in the run is the waiting to get the CPU. Time for the execution in process that can be read maintain a sequence called a read sequence for a really processor. Next. Run state. The process is chosen from the ready quickly. The OS of the execution and the instruction within the process are executed by the any one of the available process. A block or waiting state. Whenever the process requires the input output devices from the user needed access to a variables and values. Blocked for the which of the ready required in entering the block or waiting state. The process executes the wait and main memories and does not be CPU once the input output operations complete the request queries and ready to state. Next. Terminated or completed state. A process is killed will be the OS and PCB is deleted. This resource allocated to the process will be released or delegated. Suspended ready. Process will be has initially the ready state but will be the suspended out of the main memories. Refer the virtual memory topics. The place to the external place of storage by the schedulers and side of the suspended ready state. The state will be the transaction back to the ready that whenever the process gain undo the main memories. Next. Suspended wait or suspended black box. Similar to suspended ready but use the process when you use performance input output operations. A latch of the main memory is cased by the to move to the secondary memory when work to finished into the many suspend memory. Thank you.